The average person saves money. The wealthy do something almost opposite, and most financial advice gets this exactly backwards. In 2010, a researcher named Thomas Stanley published data on over 1,000 decamillionaires. He expected to find frugality. He found something stranger. The wealthy were not optimizing for safety. They were optimizing for asymmetry. That word will return. Asymmetry. Hold on to it. Saving money assumes a closed system. Income comes in, expenses go out. The gap is your wealth. This is the model your brain uses by default, because it is the model your parents and your school used. It is also the model that produces the same financial outcome for 90% of earners, regardless of how much they make. There is a better question. Where does an extra dollar create the largest possible upside if things go right, with the smallest possible downside if things go wrong? That is asymmetry. The wealthy do not ask, how do I cut my coffee budget? They ask, where can I place capital so a 10% move becomes a 100% return? They ask what skill, if I learned it this year, would compound for 30 years. They ask which relationship, if I built it now, would pay me in opportunities for decades. This is not financial advice. This is how your brain works around money. There is a cognitive bias called the certainty effect, identified by Kahneman, that explains why most people refuse asymmetric bets even when the math is in their favor. The brain treats certain outcomes as worth far more than uncertain ones, even when the uncertain ones have a higher expected value. So the average earner takes a guaranteed 2% in a savings account over a probabilistic 8% in a productive asset, and calls it being responsible. The wealthy run the same math and reach the opposite conclusion. Here is the second pattern. Lifestyle compression. The middle class scales lifestyle with income. Promotion comes, the car upgrades, the bonus arrives, the apartment changes. Hedonic adaptation eats the raise, and 3 years later they need another raise to feel the same. Decamillionaires in Stanley's data lived in homes worth less than people earning a quarter of their net worth. Not because they were stingy, because they understood lifestyle is a fixed cost that compounds against you for life. The third pattern is the one nobody talks about. Information asymmetry. The wealthy pay for information ordinary people get for free and ignore information ordinary people pay for. They subscribe to industry reports, attend conferences, hire advisors. They do not watch financial news because financial news is reactive. By the time a story is on television, the move is over. There is a fourth pattern, and it is the most uncomfortable one. The wealthy say no to almost everything. Warren Buffett has a quote about how the difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything. The reason is not productivity culture. It is opportunity cost. Every yes consumes a finite resource called attention, and attention is the actual scarce asset of your life. So how do you start if you are not wealthy yet? You stop asking how to save more. You start asking what asymmetric bet you can place this quarter. It doesn't have to be money. A book that compounds, a skill that compounds, a relationship that compounds. The wealthy think in compounding loops, and the rest of the world thinks in transactions. This is not financial advice. This is education. What you do with it is up to you. But the next time someone tells you to budget harder, ask yourself a different question. Ask whether your brain is solving the wrong equation entirely.